I wish people would argue more. It just doesn't seem that people are ever arguing. They're always trying to be humble and show a lot of humility. People are too humble these days. It's like if you go to a restaurant or, for example, a parking lot at a restaurant, and both people are coming into the parking lot or parking space. It seems like they always, what they do is they'll stop and say, no, you go. And then the other person says, no, you go. And they sit there and argue over who should have that parking spot. Right? Am I wrong? No, I'm right. Of course I'm right on that one. Speaking of being right, I wish people would do that more. It seems like people just try to bring up their faults and especially like politicians just seem to agree too much. Or, for example, a politician would say to another politician or about their flaws, they'd be like, what can I do to improve myself for you, fellow politicians? You point out like something like they did right. The politician will say, no, let's not talk about what I did right. Let's talk about how I can improve myself for you, fellow politicians. And that's how politicians are nowadays. It's amazing. Yeah. I just wish we could go through a world where, it just gets old to see people get along. It's just like you see people always giving each other hugs and what can I do to help you, my fellow human being? And what can I do to help you? What can we, that's just the type of world we live in. It's just too good. Yeah, we live in a world that is just so great. You don't have to worry about people. You can leave your doors unlocked. You don't have to lock your doors ever. You can just trust people. People you can just trust. It's I don't understand passwords. I think that's like a joke. Passwords. We don't need passwords for things. You can trust people. I mean, come on. Oh, we live in a world where you can just do that, yes. And especially politics, the left and the right, they always seem to agree. It's like, what can we do to help you out? And if you point out flaws, you'll be like, yeah, thank you for pointing out the flaws. I won't bypass that at all. I won't bypass that flaw at all that you point out at me. They'll work on that flaw and say, yes. They'll take notes and say, yes, please. What flaws do I need to work on? And they never say, again, they'll never say, what have I done in the past that's good? Who cares about that? Just people working together. It's amazing. It's one more thing I want before I conclude. I would be remiss, I think that's the word for it, about CEOs. About CEOs. It just seems like they live on food stamps, They're so poor. We need to give them more money, CEOs. You see? We need to give them more money. It's very crucial that they continue to. Well, they live in poverty. It's absolutely crazy. So, there's a million more folks I could do, but nature of time, All right. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.